Hello guys, this is Nikot the Brave, and we're going to be playing Wasteland 2 Director's Cut. We're going to start a new game, and this is not a blind Let's Play, but I'd never completed the game before, so we'll create our new guys. I think I downloaded some extra portraits, so I guess we'll utilize these. I don't remember when I did that, though. So, I'm gonna go speed through this. I'll give you a quick summary of my guys when I'm done with this. Okay, so here's my party. We've got the, I guess, leader over here, specialized in leadership, charisma, some attack skills. We've got Kyrian over here, who's our sniper. Then Riker, who's our demolitions expert. And Farks over here, who's our basically our jack of all trades. I've got all the quirks as delayed gratification, since you're going to be spending most of your time not below level 10, so it'll help us later on. Yeah, let's go play. All right. Sure. We'll do seasoned. Don't want to. I mean, we could do Supreme Jerk or Ranger or something, but I don't feel like dying all the time, so we'll do seasoned. We'll play. So we'll go watch the intro in case any of you guys haven't seen it yet.
What comes after the end? I don't know. Neither did they. They were just an Army engineer battalion, constructing roads and bridges deep in the middle of the Arizona nowhere. They didn't know why Armageddon had come. They'd heard radio chatter about an attack on some space-based missile platform. But who had attacked it, or why? No one knew. What they did know is that the politicians and the generals had finally ended the world. Now, everything was gone. They took over a federal prison for a fort, kicked out the convicts, got busy starting from scratch. Maybe it was an act of mercy. Maybe they figured that the prisoners would die out in the harsh new world. Whichever, it came back to bite the engineers in the ass. Cultists, criminals, cannibals. They've been living with the fallout ever since. Good people had survived too, called for help in the night. And those engineers, those common soldiers, could not stand by and see them die. So they came out of their fort, and they helped the survivors defend their homes. And for that, they earned a new name, a proud name, the Desert Rangers. Now, Rangers, I know at times it seems our cause is hopeless. And I know it's hard to say goodbye to a brother in arms. But I want you to know something else. That no Ranger who dies in the line of duty will ever be forgotten. Nor will he have ever died in vain or unavenged. Thank you, recruits.
Okay, so I'm not going to read out what he says, but I'll leave it up for a little decent amount of time so that you guys can go read it. So basically, this guy, Ace, he died, and we're going to be finding out what happened to him.
Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook them up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal. But sadly, Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen. Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death. I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first. Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got 1 Ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide. And Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one. The voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us. The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission. Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other. When you get back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal. Yes, call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business. It's about a day's walk east from here. I'll mark it on your map. There you go. Once you prove yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in. The hard-ass approach, huh? Well, you might get what you want from some folks in the Waste through intimidation, but it doesn't always work. particularly with old hard-asses like myself. You want to kick down our doors, go ahead, give it a try. But I ain't pissing myself just because you growled at me. Good luck out there, recruits.
Could have sworn I sent one of these guys with pistols, but whatever. Doesn't matter. Oh, I know that person.
Hey, Echo 1. Mind picking up that can over there for me? Think there's some water in there. He headbutted you right in the butt.
God damn it, Ace. You never should have put down the wrench and picked up the gun. Sorry about the waterworks. I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
Sorry, but you are. As cute as little kittens. Y'all remind me of us. Snake, Razor, Thrasher, and me. Back when we were just starting out. Thinking we were gonna save the world for the future. Thinking none of us would ever die. Christ, sorry. Don't listen to me. Youth is good. Optimism is good. If we all started out worn out and jaded like me, nobody'd ever try to change the world. So you kids go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time. You better call him Gilbert now. Funny, back in the day he just seemed like this big old growly bear. Strong as an ox and just about as articulate. But then he got all torn up during our fight with the robots from Base Cochise. And he couldn't go out on patrol no more. Any other commander would have handed him his walking papers. But Vargas doesn't dump old friends. So he started him working in the museum. And once you know it, turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography. He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the Wasteland ever since. Who'd have thunk it? An old military facility from before the war. And the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day. Literally. That's when I became Captain Death. Yeah, the Base Cochise AI. Don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. It thought everybody was its enemy. Wanted to kill the whole planet. He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. Don't know if he's dead or AWOL or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is he hasn't called in, and we haven't heard from anybody who's seen him. I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much. Didn't make friends easy. Wasn't big on social graces. But he was as loyal as they come, and when the shit started flying, he was the guy you wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor, scary as hell. You weren't briefed on those fucks during your training? Well, let me fill you in. You know when we left the prison and moved here to the Citadel? Well, the Scorpions were the jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out. Just a bunch of Rangers back then, but they had been getting more organized. Call themselves a militia now, and they try to act like they're the Desert Rangers of Eastern Arizona. Well, that's a load of horse shit. Protection racket ain't the same as protecting people. They shake down all their towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up. The Rangers aren't like that. We get by on donations and good old-fashioned scavenging. Basically everything between the prison and the radiation clouds to the east. There are a few small towns and farms out there, which the Scorpions claim is their territory. Rangers used to patrol that area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well. But a lot can change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all as clean and nice and crime-free as the Scorpions say it is. But I've got my doubts. The edges of the map, kiddies. Big hot areas we can't get into without getting cooked to a crisp. The clouds move around some with the wind and the weather, but there are permanent hot spots on every side of us. North, south, east, and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kind of thought those clouds went on forever, and that Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out there. Maybe the whole rest of the world's just fine, and we're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke? Ace played me some of them before he died. Hard to make out a lot of it, but what I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines. Or machines into men, or some shit. But the crazy thing was, then he starts talking about us, the Rangers, saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world, and we need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? What the fuck does he have against us? Yep, he was one wild-ass son of a bitch back in the day. But I think the weight of his responsibilities has kind of squashed that out of him now. He hasn't been in a decent bar fight in, shit, a decade maybe? You noticed that, huh? Well, Ace always said I wore my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, me and Ace, we were more than just old army buddies, if you know what I mean. That's why it hurts so bad. That's why I want to come with you. Better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all. But somehow, after he brought down Base Cochise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show and doing a damn fine job. While I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I got, huh? They all hurt, but this one... Ace wasn't even a ranger. Not at first. He worked as a driver and mechanic for Farron Brygo up in Vegas. When Base Cochise started sending its death machines into the desert, Brygo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in quartz. He'd pissed somebody off out there and they'd locked him up. We sorted that out, and he started running with us, helping us fight Cochise. Never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him the uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. He was just always there. And now he's... God damn it, Ace! I knew this one was trouble, I knew it. He was working on the same thing Vargas has you working on. Trying to track down radio signals from beyond the edges of the map. All seemed a bit boring and scientific to me. But then Ace started saying he thought someone was following him. I asked him to let me come with him when I met him at Rail Nomads to give him the repeater units. But he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows because those radio broadcasts had spooked him. Should have gone with him. Why didn't I go with him? I don't really know the details. It's all a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about transmitters and north-south axis and signals bouncing off the clouds. Ask Woodson about it. He's our radio genius. Radio technician Wade Woodson? Sure do. He's the guy that makes sure you can hear Vargas when you're out on patrol. Keeps the machines running and the signal clear. He'll also talk your ear off about circuits and frequencies and I don't know what else if you let him. But be nice to him. He's your lifeline to the base. Could be a nice little place if the Atchisons and Topekans would kiss and make up. I can't even remember what it's all about, but between them, they got enough old railroad tech that if they worked together, they could give this area a real transportation system. Instead, it seems like all they want to do is blow each other's heads off. Idiots. Man, not sure I can recall. Haven't been out that way in ages. Don't even know if it's still on the map. Ask Thrasher. He'd know.
Say, listen. Vargas asked you to look into Ace's death because he thought I was too upset to be professional about it. He didn't want me going off half-cocked and shooting up all of Arizona looking for his killer. But I gotta find this guy. Ace and me, well, we'd been fighting side by side for nigh on 20 years. I'm not letting him die unavenged. So, well, I know it's going against orders, but if you let me tag along and be in at the kill, well, I'll help you find your feet out there. Maybe give you a few pointers along the way. I may be old and slow, but I know the wastes like the back of my hand. What do you say?
So we're gonna have her join in because
Cool.
Elps
No need to tell Vargas
with
why I joined
the
you.
combat
If
encounters, and
anybody
she has
asks, I'm
some
just helping you get oriented, all right?
extra skills that are useful, like brute force and outdoorsman. Yeah, right there. so I think it's time to go off on our first mission. Actually, I think I'm gonna try to do animal whisper first. Get this person to follow us. Damn it. There we go.
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in. Roger, Echo 1. Just making sure your radio is working. I'll be your dispatcher from here on out. I also wanted to give you a little heads up on your water situation. If you've all got full canteens, you should have enough water to reach the place where Ace died with plenty to spare. But if you're going to go exploring, you'll want to fill up again at any oasis you can find. Remember, your main priority is to recover the repeater units Ace was carrying. Once you've got the devices, you'll be headed to Ag Center and High Pool to install them. But we'll talk about that after you acquire the repeaters. Until now, Woodson's been our dispatcher. But Ace's death made me realize I've spent too many years in my office, walled off from the world, and how it's changed it. I need to know what's going on out there. I figured the best way to do that is to start listening to the people's problems. So, I've decided that from now on, I'll be the one fielding calls and talking in your ear when you head out into the wastes. Don't let that make you self-conscious or nothing. It is vital that all teams stay in radio contact with me here at the base. We get distress calls from all over our jurisdiction and sometimes beyond. Towns or farms or mines being attacked by raiders, mutant beasts, what have you. We field those calls here and then dispatch whichever team is closest to the problem. 10-4, Echo 1, carry on. Ranger Command out.
So we have a map. We can instantly travel to this if we want to. Well, not instantly, but it'll auto path ourselves. But first, there's a special place out here where we can get some extra XP before we go ahead on our mission. Sometimes there's also hidden caches of stuff around, so I'm gonna go look for them just a bit before we move on and get our XP and yeah, like that. Cool. So we're gonna go to Angela Death, and I believe she can use Trinket. So where is and this is a good sniper rifle. We'll give her the outdoorsman trinket for now. We'll equip that. We don't need that. I don't think there's anything else we need. I'll give him the pistol. He might actually have the pistol. No, he doesn't. Okay, so we'll go look around some more. And as you see, we got a bunch of XP from that. We'll wait to level him up until we get to the radio tower. sell our junk, and I think I might want to take that apart. How much is it? $45? I think that's just scrap, and we can sell scrap once we get into our into the ranger base. Don't have much money, so what we got? I think so. 556 ammo. We'll go buy some of these. Okay, and that should be good. Alright, cool. So, alright, there's the exit. Now when we explore, we'll come across these areas with radiation. They don't necessarily hurt you if you're close to them, but if you're on them, you'll eventually get damage that you'll sustain, and the higher the level. Okay, so
Roger that, Echo 1. When you reach the area where Ace's body was found, give it a good going over. The folks that picked him up said it looked like he crawled there. Maybe you can find some tracks leading to where he was attacked. Copy? 10-4, Echo 1, and check in immediately with any new info. Those repeater units are a top priority. Ranger Command out.
That's Ace's star. How did it end up way the hell over here? I don't get shaken up easy. This place is sending shivers up my spine. What are you doing, Ace? Why won't you let me come with you?
Copy, Echo 1. Echo 1, I'm happy to see several members of your team. So congratulations, Echo 1. You've done well.
So I'm gonna give him kiss ass, because we're gonna run into some raiders, and we can get some extra experience if we have the kiss ass skill. We don't have any perks. So what do I want her for? So, let me go over my skills again. This person has safe cracking, alarm disarming, toaster repair, lock picking, and assault rifles. Bladed weapons. We'll give her barter so that we can get some extra scrap and buy things for lower amounts.
If you want to play in our backyard, you gotta pay. 15 scrap, or we'll break your faces. And my dog will eat your corpses. do that? Man, this is great. It'll be so much easier to get people to pay our tolls once we have badges. Here, take this scrap. We'll head to the Citadel now. Let me mark my good think spot on your map. That's where I had the idea to set up here.
We already visited that place. Okay, so we gotta level up. We don't have to fight these people anymore. I think we can do mechanical repair on this.
Well, let me tell you Matthias's law, friends. Matthias's law is vengeance. And soon, Matthias's law will stretch all the way to Arizona and kill those so-called upholders of justice, the Desert Rangers.
Yeah, that's definitely Ace's handwriting. I'd recognize those chicken scratches anywhere. He didn't die quite, at least. He went down fighting. Damn Ace.
So we're gonna be fighting these people later, because they, give us some extra experience, and we can sneak attack them basically by just hiding in good places and like sniping them out. So, I believe this is better than that.
metal thing. It's a leg. For Christ's sake, what's going on?
Okay, so this person does have toast to repair. So these statues give us experience and skill points, and I believe there's one in each of the maps. Except for the random maps. Okay, so before we go in here, we're gonna go call in.
Copy, Echo 1. This is Ranger Command. Echo 1, I'm happy to say several members of your team. Congratulations, Echo 1.
hell was this metal asshole planning to do with it? We should poke around the cave. Make sure he didn't drop nothing else. This is what killed him. This goddamn piece of... I'm glad he killed this fucking thing, but I wish he was still alive so I could make it suffer.
Okay, now no one has the computer science skill, but we're about to get someone who does. So we'll probably get back here, take the ammo on his body, and do that after we get back. So yeah, after we get the party member who has that skill. So we're gonna set up an ambush. So we're gonna take our party members and split them up. Have her crouch. Korvac, we'll put him over here. Put the rest of these guys out here. So Angela Death, I'll put her right here. Farks. Over here. Riker right here. So now, what do we want? We will target this guy, or that went well. Now we'll go pick up the loot.
Ranger Team Echo, this is Ranger Command. Come in. 10-4 Echo 1. Got an update for me? What? Well, I'll be goddamned. We haven't seen any synthetics around for almost 15 years. We better get a closer look at the tech. Your captain might be able to tell us where it came from. See if you can grab a piece of it and bring it back to Mir Captain the next time you're at the Citadel. That is Mir Captain's fancy word for smart robots. She calls them synthetic life forms, or synths. Basically, any robot that can think for itself falls into the synth category. Plain old robots are dangerous enough. Ones that think for themselves are a nightmare. Good, but our priority is still those repeaters. Now that you have them, I'm sending you on to complete Ace's mission, which was to attach him to the most powerful towers in Arizona so we can get a fix on that mystery signal. One tower is at High Pool, the other is at the Ag Center. Sending you the coordinates now. Ag Center is due south of Ranger Citadel and very important to what we're trying to achieve. The researchers there are developing hardier plants and animals that will thrive in the harsh conditions of the waste. If it all pays off, we may see the day when nobody in Arizona goes hungry. Talk to Matt Forrestal about hooking up to their radio dish. He used to be one of us. Now he runs things down there. Matt's good people. Used to be part of an old satellite relay system, from what Woodson tells me. Strongest transmitter in Arizona. High Pool is at the most southern and eastern corner of our jurisdiction. They're a vital part of the stable society we've been trying to build here in Arizona. They provide clean water to us and many other communities and farms, maintain an emergency reservoir in case of drought. See Mayor Vikstrom there about using their tower. He knows you're coming. They built their tower on top of an old crane. A bit unorthodox, but it gets great reception. Roger, Echo 1. Ranger Command out.
Okay, so this Let's Play we're going to do Ag Center simply because even though High Pool is faster, Ag Center gives you a lot more experience and ammo and loot and all sorts of other things. And I hate hearing the radio calls when you go to High Pool. So we're going to do Ag Center. But first, let's go to the Ranger Citadel and get re-equipped and stuff. guess the exit's where we started from. Okay. Sometimes that's not the case.
All right, trainees, I'm taking time out from the dispatch desk to pound you into shape, so pay attention. Fall in. Present arms. All right, trainees, fall in. Let me hear the Desert Ranger Rifleman's creed.
Okay, so might have something to get from her. Small scopes are pretty good. But in any case, we're gonna go scrap these. Hopefully we can get lucky and get the underbarrel flashlight, but no, we didn't. Okay, so we didn't get anything good from that. But we are going to... Damn it. I thought we could after we got that, but okay, I guess we need to finish our first mission, or Ag Center, before we can go in there. So, in that case, we're gonna save our game, and I'll see you guys next time. Next episode, we're gonna do the Ag Center. Alright, so hope you guys enjoyed watching. We'll see you later.